morning. Good morning. If you don't know me, I am Jill Coletti with Evolve with Jill, and I hop on daily around 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, to share little snippets and pieces of kind of my world, as well as like tools, techniques, healing things that I have done and continue to do for myself and my family to help us create a life that we love. And today, I'd really love to talk a little bit about the overwhelm around the holidays and specifically our children. And kind of hop into that a little bit. So if you have not yet, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Did you know I had one? Because I do. Please subscribe. I would love to have you over there. There will be lots more videos and things like that shared, and I go live on there. And sometimes we know social media can be a little all over the place, so you can find me in multiple places, right? So I would love to have you over there. I'm just going to pull a card real quick and see where this brings us. Oh, I love this card. I am the dreamer of my dream. I am the dreamer of my dream. Yes, you are. There is a reason why you have dreams. And, you think about your future and you're like dreaming of all these things, of this life that you would love to create. And there's a reason why it's on your heart and in your mind. You can do it. You can accomplish it. Go for it, right? That's what I'm doing. I try to do, right? But I'll tell you, the overwhelm, the exhaustion, all the things. And actually, I look exhausted. I have been fighting a little bit of a cold, so it's now coming up, so my voice, you can kind of tell, right? And the hair, you can kind of tell today. It's rainy, kind of all over the place, all that things. That's fine. But I have a dream. And my dream is to create a life I love with my children that leads to a legacy that's kind and compassionate and connected, where I can help other people. I can help my family. If you've seen me, I have been a part of the Invincible Family Project, which is something that is just creating hope for the future of our families. So today I want to talk a little bit about the holiday overwhelm in our kids and how it affects our kids. If you're feeling this overwhelm, if you're feeling the overwhelm of going to all the places, buying all the things, making sure that you attend all the things, all of that, guess what? Your kids feel that too. And so as much as a lot of the things that we're doing is actually for our children and our family, they can still feel all of that overwhelm. And a lot of it is because we're feeling it, right? So when we're feeling it and we're not necessarily, using all of the tools on our end to help kind of calm that overwhelm, that overwhelm leads out to them, right? So a couple of the things, first of all, is just to kind of acknowledge the fact that you're overwhelmed, and it can be super overwhelming. There's a lot going on. And up here, like the seasons are changing. It's getting colder out. It's darker out earlier. There's a lot of things to do, be, see. You have, the holiday concerts and in my house, we have 2 birthdays. And then the elf comes and the elf shows up, and we have 2 birthdays to celebrate and try to coordinate around the holidays. And there's just like a lot of stuff, and it can be super overwhelming, and that is okay. It's okay to feel your feelings. And I think just one thing to realize is that as much as all of this fun and amazingness is we're doing it for our kids can feel all of this overwhelm also. So there's a lot of stuff going on for them. You know, there's a lot of excitement and joy and fun, and there's also that overwhelm, right? So, a few things to do around this time of year, right? And really any time of year because life, let's just admit life is overwhelming, right? Is first it starts with you, right? And for the kids, it starts with them. So it's coming up with your routine or your way to help calm that overwhelm for you. So you as the parent, you as the teacher, you as the peer, whatever it is, right? Starts with you. So you find what works for you. There's meditation, there's affirmations, there's breathing techniques, there's all sorts of things that you can do to first just focus on you before you're doing all of the things, right? So spend a little bit of time each day to center, focus on you. I highly, highly, highly recommend meditation and breathing. There's also just the setting of the intentions of your day is going to go fun and easy, smooth, etc. So, setting that intention ahead of time, maybe doing a little journaling, some affirmations and putting it out into the world. But really, it's just being intentional, doing something that's going to help calm you, right? And then your energy bleeds out into all of those around you. Oh, you can relate to this, girl. Like, I, I'm telling you, like, excuse me, like the overwhelm is real and it's real all year round, right? But really, like yesterday was December 1st. We are now in December, right? So it is prime time, holiday time, getting ready. Like we're in the middle of Hanukkah, Christmas is coming, all of the things, right? So find what's going to help balance for you and center you. And then, first of all, just your energy then trickles out to your children and things, right? But then also, you're being that example for them. So when you're making time to center yourself and, don't hide it from them. Don't hide the fact that you're overwhelmed, right? You could, it's obviously like, in a kid appropriate way. So you don't like overwhelm them by sharing, but just, for me, like it's just being like, hey, can you just hold off a minute? Give me just a few minutes so that I can just sit for and do a quick little meditation. Because, like, for instance, like when I pick up my kids from school, it is like motor mouth time, like, "Ba, ba, 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 this is what happened, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this." And it gets like super overwhelming. Or, like, a lot of times when we walk in the door, it's like just a change, right? We're transitioning to after school to be home, and it can get super chaotic really quickly. So I will literally stop them sometimes and just say, give me just a moment. I'm just going to do a quick meditation. Or in the morning, you know, again, we have events and all these things after school. So it's been later nights. So the mornings are not always as easy. What we've been trying to do is set intentions at night before bed that the next day is going to be amazing. We're going to get up. It's going to be really positive energy. We're going to have a great day at school, but that doesn't always happen. We set the intention at night. These are all things I'm just trying to share of like some things that you can do, right? And you set the intention for yourself, right? But you can also set them with your kids, right? In the morning when they get up, if it is, maybe you set the intentions, but it's not really happening and it's a little overwhelming and chaotic in the morning, it's okay to just stop what you're doing and just be like, just give me a moment. I'm just going to breathe. And it doesn't take a long period of time So that's not going to disrupt your entire rest of your day. It's actually easier if you just stop. It'll have the day will run smoother if instead of continuing with that overwhelmed, chaotic energy, you just take a few moments and say, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to sit for a few moments and just meditate and breathe. Would you like to join me?" 90% of the time, they're going to say no. But some days they will, or they'll go do it themselves. So you're just, okay, I'm going to center my energy, right? You're sharing and giving them the opportunity to do it as well. You're being the example. And then when your energy shifts, it actually does shift your children's. When I'm in like a meditation, if it is super chaotic energy and it is all over the place, in my mind's eye, I am speaking life, like our energy is calming down. Today's going to be a really great day. The kids are going to get along. The kids are getting along. Everything's amazing. And when I'm saying those things, it is just the energy is exuding out there. So you're helping your children by lifting up your own energy. And then you can also just shift the energy for them, right? And then you're being the example for them. They may join you, they may not, or they may actually go in their room or somewhere and do it on their own. Like my 12, almost 13-year-old, um, will kind of just go off on her own because she likes to do that now. And she will come back and tell me she just meditated, or like I will notice that she just went and did her own thing. So you're being the example. And then I think the other thing I would like to mention is, first of all, yes, it starts with you. Shift your energy. Your energy helps them. Number 2, be the example and include them in it, right? So include them in the calming of the energy and that sort of thing so that they are learning actually from you, right? Don't hide it from them. They're learning from you. And then number 3 is like actually talk to them about that, right? So talk to them about ways that they can help themselves. Actually, like be very open about the overwhelming feelings and let them know it's okay to feel their feelings. So when you are feeling your feelings and you're sharing about it, it's allowing them and giving them the opportunity to realize that it is okay to feel their feelings as well, right? So you're being the example, you're sharing ideas and ways to kind of calm their energy. And then the other thing to think about as well is talk with them about the choices that you're making on what you're doing during the holidays, and kind of coming up as a family with what our priorities are, and is what we are doing actually um you know something that we enjoy? Is it something that does align with how we desire to live our life? Or are we just going to these things and doing these things because we feel like we have to, or because we've always done it, but it really actually is not enjoyable and we actually don't really like to do it? Like, Black Friday shopping. Like, is that actually something that fills up your cup? Or have you just been doing it for so many years that you continue to do it, but it's like ridiculously overwhelming and you don't know why you do it? I've never done Black Friday shopping, so this is not me, but it's just an example. Or, doing like we're going on Friday to the lighting up of the tree, which is down the street right in the center of town, which is like just fun and nice. But like it could be a thing where if you get really overwhelmed with crowds, maybe that's not a thing for you. But you're feeling obligated to do it because it's right down the street and you should do something as part of the community. Getting out of the should do, you know, and not shooting over yourselves and really making true, valuable choices on how you desire to spend your holiday season and what is filling up your cup and lighting you all up. And it's okay to make those choices. And it's okay for them to make those choices of, obviously there's some things like the kids are coming along with you no matter what. You can't just leave them home, right? So it's just, if it's something that you desire to do, sometimes they might just have to come along when they don't feel like it, right? Um, but it also goes the other way. If it's something that they desire to do and you're like, I don't really think about that, and I don't really think I'd like that, it kind of goes both ways. But those are just a few tips. So I actually did an entire like little mini course of all sorts of tips from and it doesn't have to be from a family, for you individually or as a family, of these things that you can do during the holiday season that takes away the overwhelm and just helps you to really live the holidays. I call it high vibe holidays, right? To live the holidays as you desire and have the holidays be yours, right? Not everybody else's. And just always remember that your energy affects your children's and it affects all the energy around you. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, they're feeling it too. They're feeling it just from like being around you, right? But also they have their own feelings of that overwhelm, even though it's fun and exciting. It's fun and exciting for me too, but it is overwhelming to have two children's birthdays and Christmas within a 10-day period, right? It is like super, super overwhelming, but I love it. So the last thing I'd just like to share with you is like, be in the moment and teach them to be in the moment. Not, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. If you are at their holiday concert, be at their holiday concert. If you are shopping to look for really great gifts for people, be there. Enjoy the shopping. Be super intentional and mindful of that time. If your child comes home sick because of all the things and the changes and all that, and you were supposed to do this, this, and this, all of that will eventually get done. Just be with them in that moment because they're feeling that overwhelm too. So find a way to center yourself, bring the calm, be the example for your kids, acknowledge your feelings, stop shitting all over yourself and do what really lights you and your kiddos up for the holidays. And then when whatever you're doing, be there and be mindful and teach them to do the same thing. Get off the phones, unless you're taking a picture or two, but be there. So this is just what was on my heart today about the holidays, because yes, it can be so ridiculously overwhelming and you are not alone. And I'm here for you. If you are interested in learning more about these things that can help you during the holidays, I will share the link to the course only because I mentioned it. I will share a link to that. And, hop on into my community if any of this resonates with you. Have the absolute most amazing day, and I will